Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you, to the best of my ability, how to crochet this square here. Now this square turned out to be approximately 15 inches by 15 inches. Now I had never done this before. This is a new yarn from Lionbrand, and I actually watched the video they had on their site on how to do it. They made it look really easy. I'll be honest with you, I had some trouble with it. I did, which you'll see in the video. So remember, it's new to me in the video, but I thought maybe you would enjoy watching me do it and seeing how it's done. Hopefully you can follow along. It does shed quite a bit, but I do talk about that a little bit in the video. So hey, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. Let's go ahead and get started on this one, want to? Okay. So I have this Lionbrand Off the Hook Magic, where it's the Loop It yarn, and it just magically creates a pattern. I'm gonna try it out and see how easy it is. Now I bought this on Lionbrand.com. I do think maybe they have it at Joann's too, and if they do have it anywhere else, I'm not certain, but that's where I purchased mine off. Lionbrand. So I'm gonna see how easy it is to do this. They say it's easy. Very well could be. So the one I have is called Emoji, and there is, you just use your fingers, no tools needed, and it's supposed to look like that. Let's give it a go. So it says there'll be a starting loop that's a different color. So I'm going to take it that it's this one right here. And then we have to pull it out. Okay. And then you're supposed to straighten up your loops. So, yeah. That's not fun. So, we get them all straightened up. Okay, like that. So, that's straightened up. That's my starting loop right here. Alright, and now you're supposed to count over 26 loops, not counting this starting loop. So 26, starting with the one that's not the starting one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now I think this has to be exactly right or your pattern won't emerge. So you take your next loop, this is my 26th one, and you pull it through like that. And then I believe you just grab your next loop over here and pull it through into the next spot, and you just go across 20 stitches. So this was my first one, this was my second one, and then I'm gonna go and this is my third one. Four. Just pull it through like that. 5. I'm having trouble with them coming out. Pull the back one through the front one. There's 6. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it, hopefully. Here's 7. I'm pulling that back through the front. Here's 8. And then 9, 10. Can't miss a loop, but it'll throw it all off. 11. I've seen some videos of missing loops. It don't work. 12. 13. I can imagine this first row being the hardest one to get down. 14. 15. 17. Huh. $16, 17, 18. Okay, I'm almost done. I gotta go across 20. There's 19, and then there's 20, and then they'll say you'll have 5 loops left, not counting your starting chain. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. I missed the loop. Okay, so I watched it and it looked really easy, but maybe I just can't do it. I'm not about loop it yarn. I'm not particularly a big fan of it. Maybe that's why I'm having problems. Because loop it knows I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to start again. There's that loop I missed. Dang it. So I'm going to keep going across here on my first row over until I get my 20 stitches again. Okay, I made it again, and now I have my 5 loops that they said you'll have left, not counting this chain thing here. Now you just go back again across the opposite way. So you take the next loop and you pull it through like that, and then you take the next loop behind that and pull it through from behind to your next one, and you go across like this. I moved this over here. There's fuzzies going everywhere, coming off of it. See all the yellow fuzzies. And then I pull this one from behind. I don't want to miss another loop. That's quite embarrassing. But hey, I already admitted I'm not a big fan of loop it, so I'm just trying my best. That's all I can do. That. And then the next one, pull it through. And then you do this all the way across until you get to the end. Taking the one from the hind and I'm pulling it through the one from the front like that. So I'm going to do this all the way across until I get to the end. Okay, I made it across now, and it says I should have 21 loops, not counting these here on the end, but I only have 20. I don't know where I went wrong. It looks funny. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. It's weird down here. I think I messed up. Some kind of tutorial, huh? I'm not even doing it right. Did I miss a loop somewhere? My goodness. I had to have missed a loop. I did way down here. Okay, I redid it, and now I have the 21 loops across like I'm supposed to. And now it says just continue along, starting with the first loop again, going back and forth 21 loops every time, and your pattern should emerge. So you start with this very first one again, pull this loop back here from underneath it, and I guess it's very important not to miss a loop because I've done that already a couple times, but maybe I'm getting the hang of it now. I know that a lot of people tell me kids can do this, but this isn't my thing. I can't do it. I'm having troubles. You guys are probably laughing at me. That's okay. I'd be laughing at myself too, but I just get more angry when I have to pull it out because I missed it. I don't even know which way these things are supposed to be twisted a certain way, or What's going on with this thing? It's easy to miss a loop. You have to really pay attention. Because the loops get twisted behind each other. Look, I think I'm starting on its mouth. So, I would say this is probably easy for someone that's used to working with loopet yarn. I'm not. I don't like it. So, therefore, it's hard for me. But now it's easier, I guess. Now that I got the first couple rows down, I think I might be able to finish it. Wish me luck. I'm going to continue now until I get to the top. And then we'll tie it off and see what size it becomes and stuff. I think you just keep working back and forth now, and you should have 21 loops every row. Make sure you count them, because if you oh, I missed a loop. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out again, and I'm just gonna keep going back and forth doing my 21 rows until I quit missing loops, until I finish out. Now, I'll meet back up with you when I get to the top, and I'll show you how it says to finish it off. Man, them loops are or easy to miss. Well, for me anyways, because loopet's not my friend. Loopet, be nice to me. You're on camera. You're defeating me. Oh, I can't do it. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Wish me luck. I'll meet you at the top here. Okay. I went wrong somewhere. It doesn't look like the picture. What's the deal with this here? That's not on the picture. Neither is that. I messed up. I don't know where I messed up. I missed a loop. I missed a loop! My sides are all curled up and crooked. I missed another loop. Okay, I thought I'd just stop here. I'm about halfway, 3/4 of the way done, and just talk about my progress a little bit. So I made lots of mistakes, and I had to pull it out quite a bit. I had a lot of trouble missing loops. They hide, and it's very hard. It's very easy to miss them. And as you can see, even though I gently pulled it out like it said to do, I had to redo it so many times. The fuzzies started coming off the yarn, and now they're all over the place. So I think I might have the hang of it a little bit. The ends are curving, which I'm not sure why, because I am at the correct stitch count and the pattern is looking correct. Finally, I only had to dig it out like 10 times. And also one thing I want to note, I really don't like the way they knotted the collars in. I understand that that's probably the only way they could do it right now, but it does leave kind of a big knot in the back. Like when I pull through, you know, there's this big knot back there, and then it doesn't want to pull all the way through. See, it just keeps, I don't know, it's just the knotting. Maybe they could work on a little bit, but I understand it's probably the way it has to be. Hopefully in time they can fix that. That's what the back looks like now. As you can see, there's no missing loops, so I know I'm doing okay now. But yeah, I'm getting it now. It wasn't as easy as for me. It could be easier for you guys. Me and Loopet Yarn we're not friends. So for me, it was hard to get going. I kept missing loops. I mean, it's very easy to miss the loops, especially on the end, especially when you go to color changes and there's these knots. Sometimes the other ones get hidden behind it. But overall, I think I got it down now. I think. So I'm going to go ahead and continue out the rest of this, and then hopefully not missing any loops, because I'm sick of taking it out. I'm sick of fuzzies going everywhere. And then I'll show you how it says to end these. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a cool concept, but it's just, I don't know. It's probably just me and my history with loop it. I just was never really ever any good at it. Okay, but I think I got it down now, and like I said, I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish it out, and I'll meet back up with you when I get to the finishing row. Okay, I've made it to my last row, and I did mess up more. For me, this wasn't easy, and I just get the fuzzies everywhere. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the best of luck with loop yarn. Okay, now this is how there's fuzzies everywhere. It says to finish the last row. So it says you make 2 loops like normal. So there's 1 and 2. Let's see. Then it says to take this loop and pull it through. Pull this one through like this. And then it says to work your next loop like normal. And then to pull this one through just like we did. Like, how do we do that? Like that. Here we go. And that's how we complete the top. So again, we work the next loop like normal. This is all new to me, so like that. And you have 2 loops, and then you pull it like that. There we go. And that's going to make that clean edge on top. And then that's what you do all the way across until you get to the end. There we go. I think it's working. There we go. So I'm going to continue this all the way across. Alright, I made it to the end, and it said just to pull your tail. Once you make it to the end, pull the rest of these remaining loops through like that. Okay, so I did that. And then you're supposed to snip each one of these loops here. I can't find my scissors, but you snip them right at where they come together. You snip them with a pair of scissors like that. I'm using a knife. It's all right. I'll be all right. I'm using the knife. But where they come through, you'd use scissors. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just do one little, because my scissors are not in here. There's just one little string holding them together, and that just cuts the loops apart like that. Sorry if I scare you. It's okay. I'm not gonna cut myself. I promise. Under control with the knife. I often lose my scissors and I have to resort to other things. So I've used the knife quite often. So that takes the loops apart. And then you would do the same down here with these bottom that we started with. You cut them open too. And then it says you can just easily weave this into the back with your fingers. Okay, so my thoughts on this was it's an easy concept. I personally had trouble with it. I kept missing loops. The knots are kind of big. Fuzzies were going everywhere. I kept making mistakes. And, you know, that's just me, though, I guess. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of loop it yarn. So, I don't know. Sure, people could do it easier than me. But myself, I had a lot of trouble with it. I did. If I could do it like they showed in the video, you know, you could probably do it in like 20 minutes. But this thing took me like over an hour to do because I kept messing up. I just kept missing loops, and I didn't realize it until my emoji started looking all wonky, and then I would have to go back and redo it all. And now, yet, even though it's finished, these ends curl up for some reason, and my count is exactly right because I've redone it so many times. So I'm not sure why the ends curl up, but they do. But otherwise, you know, it's a cool concept. Actually, you know, you get a bunch of these and make a big blanket out of it. But the fuzziness mess it makes, and me not being a fan of loop it, and I just had a lot of trouble. I'm not saying that you're going to have a lot of trouble. I mean, it could be really easy for you, but me, it just wasn't easy for me. I just kept missing loops. I kept having to take it out. It was just became non-fun for me. After about right here, it became just to the point of aggravation that I just wanted to get it done so I could show you guys what it looked like and the size of it. So this isn't something that I would probably buy again, but you know, it's a cool concept. Lionbrand's, I guess they got, you know, a cool idea, but it's just not nothing. It's not for me. I'm not into this type of crochet or yarn or hand knitting, and it's too messy. It's too hard for me. But it's just me. You guys probably have kids can do it. Your kids can do it real fast, and I can't even do it at all. But that's okay. But if you got the money and you want to give it a try, just because I can't do it, don't mean you can't. You might be able to whip it up really fast, like they show on the video. The video that I watched how to do this was on Lionbrand.com, and she made it look really easy. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be easy, but it just wasn't. This isn't for me. But that's okay. I suggest if you know, if you like this type of stuff and you like the loop it yarn, it'll probably be really easy for you. And sewing these squares together, making a blanket would look really cool. But I'm going to pass, and I'm going to stick to my regular crochet hook and my regular yarn. But at least I gave it a go. And like I said, it became to the point of aggravation. It wasn't fun for me anymore. And I don't like it to be like that. I like crochet to be fun. And it's just bleh. But that's it. Hope I showed you, this was my first time doing it, so it probably wasn't a really good tutorial. I just kind of wanted you guys to follow along with me to share my experience. Thanks everybody for watching. Hey, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.